Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Babbling Brook with Evelyn and Evelyn. I'm your host, Evelyn.
And I'm your host, Evelyn.
And today we have a special guest, boyfriend.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't know what else to say, honestly.
Yes,
Okay,
this is
that's
Evelyn's boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
Yes. So this week we have a special guest, despite the fact that it is not Evelyn's topic this week. It is my topic.
And what is your topic?
We're going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons and our experiences with it. Just a heads up, our podcast is a sleepover, gossip, story time, and rant-filled fun.
So the chances that we get off topic are very high.
Yes.
And because it's D&D, that's why boyfriend is here, because boyfriend is part of the D&D party.
Indeed.
Yes, we have been playing Dungeons and Dragons, boyfriend and I, for 3-4 years now?
Close to 3 years.
Yes, we started at the very beginning of 2020 in March when COVID first began, and we decided, well, we're young, COVID doesn't affect us, because at the time, information was incorrect, and I picked up DMing for the first time, and I knew nothing.
And I've been playing with you guys for... You know how many months. You know better than I do. I don't remember. Since August? September?
5 months, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Not very long.
No, also not very long in this new campaign. How many days have happened in our current campaign?
Probably like a week.
It's been a week and it's been 5 months since we've been starting this campaign.
Well, your players are not smart.
Well, when you guys don't leave, you don't go anywhere. It's weird.
We're dumb. We don't know what we're doing.
But in our party, we have just the best. And because people miss a lot, we obviously have weeks that we cannot do our sessions. That will no longer be happening, and we will just be doing sessions anyways.
Yeah. And if only 2 people show up, then probably just sit and watch movies.
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. But I want to talk about not only our D&D experiences currently and the intensity that's going on in the current campaign, but also our past experiences. If you've ever DM'd or GM'd, and for anyone who doesn't know, that is Dungeon Master and Game Master. No, there's nothing naughty about those two sayings or phrases.
Unless you want it to be.
Yes, but those are completely different things from Dungeons and Dragons, unless it's not, because it can be. I want to talk about your guys' experiences as players and or game masters.
What about your experiences?
I have plenty and we can get to those as well.
Okay. I don't have a lot of experience as GM or DM. Because,
Really?
No, because I campaigned the one-off with you guys.
Yes.
And I half campaigned my very first session because my DM who was supposed to campaign, we were all learning. Half of us didn't even know how to play, so we were playing the starter set. My DM was so drunk that she was on the floor halfway through, and so I took over.
Oh.
And then I wrote 2 campaigns, and I got to play out 1 session of one of them. So
That's sad, and that's
Yeah.
not fun.
no.
What about you, boyfriend? Do you have any experience GMing?
No.
No.
None at all.
Do you have any interest in GMing?
Definitely not. I don't have the brain for it.
Aww.
I don't have the imaginative ability.
You could have just said imagination.
I could have, but that wasn't the word that came into my head.
Interesting choice. Well, out of all of us, apparently, I am the one with the most experience, 3 years under my belt. And the funny thing is, I started after watching Dimension 20's Escape from the Blood Keep.
I started after listening to the Adventure Zone.
Oh.
So
We will talk about the different D&D podcasts we listen to, because I fell in love, and I'm not ever going to go back because it's so good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, first off, as a GM, good? Bad?
I think you're a great GM.
Oh, that's really sweet. What about
You're
you?
easy to follow, and you're like, you don't get too angry at us when we're just being idiots.
That comes from an experience after a 2-year campaign of hell.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the first campaign I ever ran? Beetle the Bard.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was my very first campaign. Took place in the continent of Terrasquelia. Yes, came up with that name while I went on a walk with my sister. That was fun. In the setting of Terrasquelia, humans are the dominant race, and other races are seemingly strangely disappearing off the continent. And this very big king was in control. I do not have my campaign journal right next to me or anything, so I can't remember everything, except for I put so many of my favorite content creators in that world as just tiny little slide-ins.
Yeah.
One of my towns, backwards, it was the backward spelling of a town in another content called Ocassus. And I laughed every time I read it. Another one had to do with...
I'm lost. You lost me.
Boyfriend knows Ocassus. There was also... And the lady of Ocassus was Lady Ziana.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you picked up on that one?
Now.
Yeah.
I remember getting it at the time.
Yes.
But it's been so long.
It was very funny.
I just feel dumb.
It's okay.
We're not telling you where it's from.
It's fine.
I also
Wait a minute, this isn't how this is supposed to work.
Well, boyfriend and I share a particular interest in something from our childhood, and I'm not bringing that
Is
up
it from
now.
Zelda?
No. He did get me to name an entire sub-race after Zelda.
I did.
Oh my
Because I was like, what's a good name for my underwater elves? Not knowing that in the main content of D&D there are half underwater elves. Because I was going based off of the free things on D&D Beyond. That's how I ran my entire 2-year first campaign. And now I have all access because I pimped out and I paid the money. It was expensive. I pimped out.
What do you work in the streets for? Gotta play for that D&D.
Gotta play for that D&D, baby. And now they release 3 more books and I don't have them. No,
I ran my first campaign just off of the Player's Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Dungeon Master's Guide. That's all I had.
I had the Player's Handbook and that was it.
Yeah.
So you could imagine. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, there's also a town in there called Teorded, which forward is Detroit.
Nice.
Because I was in love with, I still am, but it's a short film called Detroit Evolution, based off of the first very, very short film called Detroit Awakening, based off of the game Detroit Become Human. And I put an entire side quest that was just me telling the players the plot of Detroit Evolution.
I put Kurt Russell into my first campaign that I ever wrote.
Really?
Yeah, he was a pirate.
Surprised you're gonna say he's Jack Sparrow.
No, he was a captain.
Of what ship?
I know that the game was Seven Seas of Orcana. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been years.
Oh my goodness.
That was when I was 21, 3 years ago?
Wow.
Almost 4? Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I can't say much. No. First campaign was fun, and I honestly did not have to hold their hand with a lot of the lore. I just dropped it, and they picked up on it really fast. Maybe that was because we had a full party of 5 every single night. Mm-hmm. It was 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 boys, 2 females. Or 1 unspecified, because they were there at that point.
I think that you've gone from 3 boys and 2 females to almost all female.
Yes.
With 1 male.
Boyfriend is the only male in our current campaign.
He's a token male friend.
Pretty much.
It's very funny. But I remember a lot about that campaign.
I almost said token white guy, but that doesn't work.
Nope. No, it don't.
It doesn't.
No, that campaign I did not have to hold her hand. This campaign, I have had to genuinely speak through a character and drop the biggest lore I have dropped in forever. And I'm not going to do that anymore because I'm like, it's taking the fun out of my enjoyment as DM. Mm-hmm. So from now on your own guessing and I'm not correcting a single thing.
That's fine. I'm having fun with it.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. We should talk about the first session though. So who do you guys play in this new world, which I named Levistus, not knowing that was a god in D&D?
I play Bitsy, who is a gnome with the worst luck that I've ever seen in any character ever.
Bitsy, humble bump.
Bitsy, humble bump.
And what about you, boyfriend? Who do you play?
And I play Yovaki the Dragonborn. He's
He's something.
he's
something.
definitely not the smartest,
No, but he also is at the same time.
which is kind of funny.
Bitsy isn't.
No.
Bitsy's
No.
a fucking
No, Bitsy
idiot.
is not very intelligent. And then we're also joined by another player named Inanus. That is the character they play, not their actual name. But they play Inanus, the Tiefling Warlock. I just realized how classic that combination was, and it just hit me for a second. Sorry.
Bitsy's a gnome
yeah.
rogue.
Mm-hmm.
A
And
little
Yovaki's
criminal.
a freaking barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a almost 3 foot tall and then a 7 foot tall?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
over 7 foot.
Yes, although Inanus is joined by a friend, wink wink, could
Friend,
be
quote,
more,
unquote.
kind of is, don't really know, because I was not
a gal
specified.
pal.
Yeah, gal pal named Indigo. I regret allowing the player to name that individual, because now I have
They
two I
both
names.
start with IN.
Yeah, it's very hard to remember that. And also, I hate this NPC being around the whole time. And I've given you another NPC who's now attached at the hip.
You did.
And I hate it.
A sub vampire.
Yes, I
Well,
did.
that was kind of my fault.
That's
though.
Creature.
That wasn't really your fault.
He made the
It kind of
Yuvaki made the
was.
deal.
You made the deal, but I owe it in my big fat mouth.
Yeah, you want to let's talk about the hell that was the very first session with only Inanus, Yovaki,
Or you almost
and
killed us?
Bitsy. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was running, originally I was going to be running the campaign from the Princes of the Apocalypse, and I was just going to have my world as the backdrop for it, not realizing there's a whole world already in a campaign journal, and I'm like, oops, shouldn't have done that. But I used a location from it because I enjoyed it. So there was a trap. Yovaki, what'd you do about that trap, boyfriend?
I actually don't remember.
You fell off a cliff. You got hit by a boulder and fell off a cliff.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
After Bitsy said, hey,
Look
I
out for
see
that
a
boulder."
tripwire.
Look out for that trap, and then you walked through the trap and fell off a cliff and
Yeah.
got hurt.
Yep.
And so our tank was like at half health or some
Yeah.
bullshit like that. And so then you ran in,
That's right.
almost died.
Yep.
I ran in, almost killed the thing, and then I almost died.
Yep.
And Honest ran in, also almost died.
Well, Inanus was trying to hide behind a curtain and use spells, and I'm like, hey, if you have to have line of sight for those things.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, but I'm a backup. I'm like, that's great. You're too far away to hit, though. Like,
Yeah.
I love you to death. You can't see, so you can't hit. And also, it was like, oh, Eldritch Blast. No, that doesn't work if you don't want to hit your friends, though.
Yeah.
Because, big explosions sometimes. I don't know. If other DMs find this and they bash on me for how I run my games, I will lose my mind.
Why? You're allowed to run your campaigns however you want.
Exactly.
I ran my campaign how I wanted.
I run my campaign with no freaking regard for D&D rules.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't even use D&D when I ran mine.
No, you didn't. That's
I made
true.
up my own rules.
Which was
That
fun.
wasn't even a game. I just made that.
I mean, it was really, really fun, though.
I didn't... I completely disregarded everybody, too.
Yeah. No. But currently, hey, Bitsy, what's going on with you right now? Because I'd love to hear it from the outside perspective.
How many curses does Bitsy have on him?
I don't know. Start counting.
Okay, so it started with the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Armor was cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Still not quite sure where that's going. I broke a window, unleashed the terror of a goddess on myself. Currently have a submissive dog-like vampire following me around who has attached himself to me, and it's kind of weird, but that's fine. There's another one in there somewhere. Oh, my family's trying to kill me.
Oh, yep.
There's a vampire who wants me dead.
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been an intense thing for Bitsy, and I hate to be the DM who's like, I'm gonna keep adding stuff. You can't not.
Well, I keep making really bad decisions.
Yes. Well, okay.
I don't think I've made a good decision this entire game.
Okay, well, you're not the one I've been the most frustrated with.
Well, at
So-
least mine's entertaining.
Yeah, it is. It's very entertaining. Yuvaki,
I don't know what it is about Bitsy where he just rolls like shit.
Well, he rolls like shit.
Because we started
Yeah.
in Honest's campaign,
Yes.
and I was rolling really well.
Yeah, first session, which we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We can.
She wasn't feeling great. It's fine. Whatever.
It just showed, and that's okay.
Yeah. No.
I mean, this campaign's been going pretty good. Other than we've only had a week worth of things happen. But I don't think I've been playing out hours quite well. And just making things pass a little bit longer. And that's on me. I'm still learning how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't even know, in the very first cam we ran, what the timeline of that was from start to finish. Like, boyfriend, what would you say timeline was for that one? Because that was 2 years of us playing. But I don't actually know in-game how long that took.
I think it was about a month.
It was a month in-game?
Is what I thought was going on.
Wow.
It was about a month in game.
Holy crap. I was thinking 6 months in my head. But you know what? I don't do travel across continents super well. I always forget that it takes a long time to get places.
My cheat with that is if I want them to be somewhere or if they're going somewhere and I know it's just going to be like a really long place, I'll be like, oh, 2 weeks have passed. Now you're here.
Yeah, that's
Not a lot
true.
has happened. I'll be like, oh, you ran into some trouble on the road, but
Yeah.
you made it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Somebody looted a body. Now you have an extra 5 gold. Whatever.
You want to talk about looting a body? That's the other curse Bitsy has. Bitsy looted a body.
I stole some crystallized eyes off of a dead child.
Yes, an orphan specifically. A dead...
I've stolen buttons, I've stolen rocks, I've stolen teeth, and I've stolen eyes now, so...
Yeah. I forgot about...
And a sword!
Yes.
I have a poison sword.
Oh, God. Guys, if you ever do this, I've had 2 assassins. The first assassin, holy crap, almost killed the entire party because I didn't realize that with an assassin's blade, it's either 24 poison damage
Yeah.
or 76 poison damage.
Guess who has that blade now?
Yeah, Bitsy does. Because a second assassin came after Bitsy while they were traveling on a boat from an island called Suntide.
And it's a short sword, so it's like a normal sword for me.
Yes, it's perfect. And it's horrible for me. I may make you
And
heads up.
And
it
I
may
just
dull.
realized that the demon armor
Oh,
gives me 1d8 slashing damage.
Are you shitting me?
No.
What? How have you? I gave you the card. I gave you the magic item card. Have you not been reading it?
I just kept forgetting. It's written out on my sheet. It's been there the entire time, but I finally sat down and actually read through my entire sheet
Oh my gosh.
a couple weeks ago.
5 months, guys. And that's how long it took.
I did better with, well, I was reading through my sheet for in Honest's campaign because I was like, okay, this time I'm actually going to go through and read and know what I can do, right?
Yeah.
Which still I'm struggling with because I'm a spellcaster in that one and I'm not good at
Yep.
that. I've never done that before. But, so I was like, oh, I'll read through Bitsy's too.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I write my characters after myself, can you tell?
I can. Hey, Yuvaki, how much damage can you do in a single turn?
Well, I average about 60,
Yeah.
but I think the max I can do is 76.
It is
So much.
so hard
But I
to
average like
balance
58. Yeah.
encounters
I
with that.
don't even hit except for like maybe like 20% of the time.
I'm not gonna say because then I'm gonna jinx myself.
Yeah, you will. We are playing right after recording this, and
Yeah.
I'm super stoked.
That's how these episodes go, is we record the podcast and then we play.
Yes,
D&D.
and I'm super duper stoked because we might actually have a full party tonight.
Yeah.
Because speaking of which, there's Yuvaki, there's Bitsy, and there's Anonymous, and Indigo, kind of. And Creature, who is that...
Is playing? Yeah.
No, not
No.
tonight.
Okay.
Flare Leonis will... I don't think Flare's coming back
Sorry.
into the campaign.
I'll bleep out that name.
You're good. No, I don't think Flare, our fire genasi, is actually going to come back unless I choose to bring her back by my own will, which I always have permission to. I don't know if you guys vibed really well with Flare. So,
I know Yovaki didn't.
No.
yeah. I don't feel like Flare vibed. And that's fine. And if can anyone tell where that name came from? Anyone want to take a guess where Flare actually comes from? Like, the name is based off of someone?
Oh.
Boyfriend. I'm going to call you Yovaki now. Holy smokes.
You can.
Yeah, that is true. I will. I'm DMing already.
I don't know if that's better for you to call
It
him
might be.
instead of calling my
Boy-
boyfriend.
Yeah, we'll switch to Yovaki. Yovaki, what is Flare from?
Well, I when I first heard it, I thought of Fleur Delacour
Hell
from
yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yes, that was the inspiration.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not a Harry Potter person.
Yeah.
See,
Never
we're going to
seen Harry
convert
Potter.
you, though, because that's ridiculous that you're not.
I give off the vibe of a Harry Potter person.
Yes, you do. But you found the first one kind of boring, and look, the first one is not my
Did
favorite.
not like the
Sorry.
second one at all. I didn't even make it through the second one.
The second one's hard for me. They've got spiders in the second one, and it's not fair because they're really
Spiders are
big.
fine. I like spiders.
I don't.
When I was selling shirts at the Derby, there was a big fat garden spider who was crawling across the gun, so I set her on my table and she was my pal for the entire duration of when I was selling shirts.
Nope. No. Nope.
She was so cute though. She had a big fat butt.
Look, I just don't do spiders, man, and I mean that's my
Do you like
prerogative.
spiders?
I'm indifferent to them. Like, if they're in my area, I'm gonna be like, please go away.
Do you kill them?
No, usually
Okay.
what I do is I just move them outside.
That was a test. He
Well-
passed. Congratulations.
Good, we'd never be together, Evelyn, because I do kill spiders with a fervor.
Well, okay, that's fine. If I see them first, I try to get them, but
I'm afraid. Look, okay, watched Hobbit and Harry Potter as a kid. They both have gigantic spiders. That does not help on
I watched
arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia as a kid.
Ugh, no, I refuse. I will never.
Yeah, I love spiders.
Nope. No.
I want to get a
Nope.
spider tattoo.
That's fine. I like the design of spiders. I hate real spiders. It's screwed up, but it's fine. See, we already went on our first tangent, and that tangent was spiders.
Because I love spiders.
Yes,
I
you
want
do.
a tarantula so bad.
Ugh, no. Ah! I
What about
can't.
snakes? Do you like snakes?
Yes, I do like snakes.
Okay.
I like snakes. They like with the
Frogs?
Frogs?
Will you hold a frog?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be super happy. I got a wart like as a kid, so.
Frogs don't give you warts, Renee.
Yeah, well, okay, well, Yovaki's dad put the fear of God into me that they do
Yeah, he did.
on a
Frogs-
camping trip. Was like, oh, you
Frogs
hold on to
don't
that.
give you warts.
No, neither do toads. But, Yovaki's dad decided to put the fear of toads into Evelyn. And now I had a fear of them because I was like, oh my god, I cannot go through this pain again. Because I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a wart frozen off.
I have.
Ow.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, I'm a bitch.
I have a really high pain tolerance.
When I had mine, I just cut it off with a knife.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Like-
Nope.
You just stick an ice cube on it and then you don't even feel it. That's how I pierced my ears.
You're bananas. I
just took a knife and cut it off.
I got my ears pierced at Claire's at the mall.
That's super
And then I
dangerous.
went to Target and got a slushie, and it absolutely exploded. Blue everywhere. My poor mother was holding on to it, blue, staining her hands all over. And then we got a couple free like soft drinks because they were like, oh, we're so sorry. Yeah, it looked like a massacre of the blue men just happened over on the ground. It took the staff like 2 minutes to stop the machine.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
And that's now the story I have at the age 12 of getting my ears pierced.
I got my ears pierced when I was 15. Wore them until they healed. Didn't wear earrings for about close to 10 years because it was about 7 years. The majority of a decade didn't wear earrings. Thought my earring holes were closed. Shoved some earrings through there. And then, I don't know, a couple months ago, I pierced my ears. So I have 2 holes, except for one of them got infected, so I had to take it out.
Oh, that's not fun.
Well, that's what I get for piercing my ears at home
Yeah.
with sewing needles. I use my sharps. They're the sharpest needles I own. This one worked out fine. There's some scarring. You can feel it in there, but it's fine.
I mean, look.
It's
you
my
do
Lost
you.
Boys side, so it's fine.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
That's why I double pierced my ears so that I could wear an extra earring so I could be David from Lost Boys for Halloween.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was fun. You know, I love doing that, and then I DM everything I do. I realize that's just like what I do is because I write books. I was a director in high school for a show, and then I DM, I direct. Jeez, Luis, I love being a player though, and we can absolutely. I want to talk about the craziest player moments.
It's interesting that you write like you DM.
Mm-hmm.
I DM like I write.
Yes.
So when I write my campaigns, I write them like a story,
mm-hmm.
and then I just allow for like nuances. That's how I wrote the Halloween campaign, which was based off of the Halloween Tree by Ray Bradbury, which is probably one of my favorite books of all time, even though it's technically a children's novel.
I love it. It was such a fun session, and honestly, we were all shell-shocked by the end, because holy crap, we were all
it was
like,
a good end.
We had 2 people almost in tears.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, this is what we're pulling. And it felt hopeless at the very, very end.
That was what I wanted.
It felt so good. I loved it.
Again, I write my campaigns like I write my stories, and they have to have, like, incredibly hopeless endings.
I'm a bit more open to hope, except for when it gets taken from your hands, and hope is all that you feel during your final battle that you were really building up to and trying to summon a god, and it didn't happen because somebody said, hey, can I summon my deity? Hey, can I ground that deity with planar binding? And I'm like, I guess you're on a walk for a while, so yeah, sure, cool. Had the gods sit on them so that they couldn't stab the child and summon the evil deity from the sky. 2 years built up to that battle. 2 years!
It was a big build-up, and then we got to the battle, and it was the lamest battle we'd ever had.
I feel like the battle with the bone beetles was more interesting.
Oh, it was.
And that was when Beetle couldn't do shit.
Oh no, I rolled what'd I do, an average of like 2 damage?
Yes.
Nice.
You kept using a goddamn boomerang.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Like you would remember.
I mean, but if you want to talk, I want to talk about our craziest player stories as well, because I could talk about one of the DM moments that about killed me, which that was one of them. But there was another one. But Yovaki, I have to ask, when you were in that campaign, and even in this one, I don't know if there's been much craziness this time. But
Most of it's been kind of thrown on Bitsy.
yes, I really, really think so. But Yovaki...
I love your gloves, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I got them from Earthbound.
You-
Not sponsored.
You're wearing, like, she's wearing, like, little knitted fuzzy gloves with, like, mitten tops on them, so her fingers are exposed, but then you can flip them.
Fingerless gloves with a mitten close over.
Yeah, I have some of those, but they're great. They're my favorite gloves ever. I'm not wearing those today.
They had a sale for the Cozy collection, so that's when I got them.
We're doing leather and studs today.
Hey.
I was punching him in the stomach, and I forgot that I had sharp spikes on my...
Oh my god. No, but Yovaki.
We're not gentle.
No.
Jesus. Is anyone?
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Excuse you?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yovaki.
You dropped me on
player
the floor
stories.
yesterday, and I bruised my back.
What?
I have a bruise in the center of my back where my spine hit the hardwood floor. We were wrestling.
Ah.
Like actual wrestling.
Yeah.
That's not an innuendo for anything.
Yeah, no sex that I'm aware of. How the fuck would I know?
I'm not insane.
What? You gotta. What if we've got like 6-year-olds listening? Please don't have 6-year-olds listening to this.
Please don't.
Woo!
This is a not safe for work podcast.
I don't think we're that bad.
I fucking talk like a sailor.
That gets cut.
None of my swear words have gotten cut.
You don't bleep anything?
No. Why would I bleep anything?
Mm.
I don't believe in censorship.
Mm.
I'm an anarchist.
Good for you. You want to know who was an anarchist?
The lead singer of Against Me.
No, I was going to say...
Like, 3 people are gonna get that, if there's even 3 people listening.
Well, that's
I guess we have
depressing.
a song called I Was a Teenage Anarchist. It's one of my favorite songs. It's a very good song.
Well, good for you, Evelyn. That's very, very nice, isn't it? Hmm?
Thanks for letting me share.
Well, I'm trying to give Yuvaki the limelight for like 3 minutes. Fine. Yuvaki, player stories. Insanity, weirdness, fun. Go.
Hold on, I gotta think.
No shit.
Okay.
You got one, Bitsy? Bitsy, Evelyn.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
It's fine. Whatever. You can call me Bitsy. I'm small.
Like, what, 3 inches taller than me?
Yeah, but I'm little.
Okay. Uh-huh. Go ahead. I want to hear some fun player stories.
What do you have to say about that?
Well, like the fact that you're small?
I'm little.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, little.
Mm-hmm.
Easily thrown about.
Mm.
I did not win a single wrestling match.
No.
Would not assume so.
No. I kept trying, though.
Did it work?
No.
You know, that's the definition of insanity.
Hey, as long as I keep trying and I don't stop trying, I can't lose.
Have I ever told you the definition of insanity?
You know.
Eventually, one day, maybe I'll win.
Mm.
And until then, I won't stop.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Might be a while.
Oh, boy.
I'll start doing squats. It's fine.
Oh, goodness.
Like I said, it might be a while.
It might be a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, very first campaign that I ever played, as I was saying, half of us didn't know what we were doing. Half of us, it was our very first session, including the DM, and so we were playing the players, like, the starter guide.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the party, there were 2 people who weren't playing, because everybody was just friends, air bunnies from work. And so 2 people weren't playing, they were just drinking.
Okay.
The DM had one of those giant novelty tequila glasses.
Oh, God.
Not tequila, what is it?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the giant glasses.
Margarita?
Margarita. 2/3 of the way filled with vodka, the rest of it was lemonade.
Oh.
Drank almost the entire thing.
Oh, no.
Was on the floor by the time I left. Not getting off the floor.
Oh.
Just kind of writhing around like a worm.
Oh.
I think we kind of, she just kind of forgot what was happening at that point. The only person there who had played D&D before,
Uh-huh.
had played 5e before even,
Mm-hmm.
was trying to keep up with her. She was about 3 times his size.
Oh.
But he's one of those people who, like, if you're drinking, he feels like he has to match
He's
you.
Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Yes. So we got about maybe an hour in, barely anything had happened. He was passed out drooling on himself, sitting at the table.
Oh, Lord.
While I was, like, quickly flipping through the, like, starter guide to see if I could salvage anything. Nothing happened. We didn't get anywhere. The theme for that one was Food Network.
Oh.
So our god was Guy Fieri, and my character was based off of the host of Cupcake Wars, who is also a magician, and yeah, no, one of my favorite magicians ever. I always forget his last name because his name when he was a teenager, like for his act, was Just Incredible.
Oh.
So that was my character's name.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
I thought it was really dorky and funny. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's adorable.
I believe one of us was playing as Martha Stewart,
And
and the other one was playing as that racist lady,
Paula Deen?
Paula Deen. Yeah,
All I thought was Butter Attack. Sorry, that's why that came into my head.
that's fine.
Ugh.
But yeah, nothing really happened. What are you doing?
What?
Yovaki's thinking. Don't worry about it. Yovaki, you got any stories?
Not really, no.
Nothing impacted you from our 2-year campaign?
My memory's shit. You should know this.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the few things.
Yeah, you grew up with him.
That is true. We did. We grew up Yeah, this is boyfriend. Yovaki and I grew up together as we were kids. He is 9 months younger than me.
Did you want me to say something?
No, I don't know what I was expecting. It was to pause for dramatic effect.
The
The child. You know.
The child.
The child of the group. It was
Shove
hilarious.
this child.
Oh my gosh. No, that campaign threw me for a loop. Mostly because they got attached to an NPC really fast. Very first session, had a character named Echo. Dwarven child, does not speak unless she hears it. So she repeats what she hears, and if you say anything to do with harming someone, she does it. Because she has a very tragic past, and that was a conditioning past. They grew so attached to that thing that in session that child
It was a thing.
it was a
that's
thing.
fair.
Session 2, I ripped it from them.
I'm trying not to move too much because I'm wearing a lot of leather right now.
I'm trying not to move in this chair. It also still makes noise.
It's fine. It's fine.
Me trying not to move during a session. No, so I ripped that child from them, but I continuously gave them visions. She was their goal to rescue, right? She was also the one I wanted them to kill for the final battle to get started. And I didn't get it. I wanted this child dead.
I tried to.
You tried. You
With my
tried.
Do you want the
Two points of
children in
damage.
our current campaign dead? Because Bitsy will kill them if need be.
No, and yes, I keep not
Well,
expecting you guys to let them go because of my last
Well,
campaign.
Bitsy's not going to keep an eye on them.
No, Bitsy won't, but Inanna seems to have a connection to them, but then doesn't and lets them go. Aventine, who totally forgot we have 2 other players, Aventine and Allium. God damn it, 2 A names again. Who are both Eladrin elves. One is from the Spring Court, one is from the Autumn Court. About lost my shit when they both were like, by the way, we're both orphans.
Everybody's an orphan.
Everybody is an orphan. We have figured that out. Yovaki is an optional orphan, though.
Optional orphan.
And actually, Bitsy is also an optional orphan.
Well, no, Bitsy got kicked out.
it's because Bitsy didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Bitsy got disowned because he's bad at his job.
Yes. But now Bitsy might have a chance to get shit back because where we are traveling currently is to Bitsy's home.
Yes.
Which is...
Yeah.
You guys don't... These children... So the children we are mentioning right now are Thimble, a very, very young tiefling boy, and Diana.
We might have
She's
to
a young
take a
elven girl.
second so I can put my coat back on because I'm fucking freezing
Okay,
right
breathe.
now.
Do it.
Shoulders very cold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing a lot of chains as well, so jingle jangle may happen.
Yeah, these 2 children have definitely had some really big shit happen to them. Thimble and Diana were both kidnapped when some werewolves came in. You guys tracked them down all the way to the
We didn't
edge
even
of a forest.
find the werewolves.
No, instead you found a secret cult known
And a
as
vampire.
the Black Earth. And a vampire. Well, no. You didn't find the vampire. The vampire found you. Yovaki, how the fuck did that happen?
I don't remember specifics, but remember I went to Dragonborn, was it Innkeep or Barkeep?
Tavern Keep, yeah.
Barkeep, and asked him for some help finding the werewolves, and the barkeep pretty much just had me sign a contract. And I'm like, I
mean, you trusted your own kin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Yovaki also now has a debt to pay to our current big bad evil guy, Salix, who is, as they now know, Master Vampire and Lord of Belwick. Of the Belwick
Yeah, he's
estate.
kind of an asshole. Not gonna lie. Not a fan of him.
What? Why would you think that, Evelyn?
He's being an asshole to me.
How? You gotta explain for the listeners at home.
You gotta explain. You're the one who wrote it.
No, I didn't. You broke a window. It was not, just so everyone knows, every goddamn action I have to then have something for. I did not think Bitsy was going to shoot the window of a church after being like, there's a weird lady
I had
there.
a slingshot and a rock, and there was a window, and the lady wasn't responding.
No, but she was looking at you.
Yeah, exactly. How else am I supposed to respond? Not shoot a rock at her?
Well, you didn't exactly.
I didn't intend to break the window.
No, I think you
I
rolled
rolled a nat
insanely.
20.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, well, there have to be consequences to Bitsy's actions.
That was one of the 4 times this entire campaign that I've rolled a nat 20.
What were the other times?
I don't know, but it hasn't been very much. I'm gonna guess 4.
Uh-huh.
It could be about 2.
Yeah, so Bitsy's consequence
Lots of
for
nat
that...
1s.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah, you failed your first wisdom saving throw after forming a connection with a goddess.
Yeah.
And it caused you to have painful, very vivid visions of that master vampire
I also have,
assaulting the
second
goddess.
degree burns underneath of my demon armor.
No, those are healed now.
Well, no, but I had them.
Yes, you did, because
For
you
a
also
while.
had a... That was right, your very first death vision, you saw a woman in the desert saying, "You will take my place."
Yeah.
I still have to build off of that if you guys decide to do a certain thing.
I was gonna go to the desert.
Yes. That's why we are at Kill Wharf, which
We've
is a
gotten
coastal town right now.
Very distracted. Also, I was not here
Yep.
for one of the...
Yes, you were not. We instead did a whole
Another
session
session.
with Aventine and her deity, who is Mistra of magic. Okay, that was a very frustrating moment. DM problem here. Mistra, Aventine, our player, would not open her eyes in this vision I was giving her. So I had to describe, like, auditory things happening until finally she opened her eyes. Like, haven't had that happen where someone goes, "No, I'm not going to open my eyes and look at my past memories
I'm gonna do
passing
that
by."
every time now.
You're going to feel the pain regardless. I'm going to roll damage
I
if
know.
you fail that wisdom saving throw.
Which I will.
Yeah. Sadly.
Sadly.
I don't want to kill you by a vampire and you not actually being face to face. But I mean, speaking of face to face, you have come face to face. The goddess that they are talking about is Oasis, goddess of day. She's a custom goddess that I have made for my world. And she is currently bound in mortal form, like Calypso. Like Calypso from Pirates of the Caribbean. And they have to free the goddess because Bitsy has an unnatural connection. And if the goddess dies, Bitsy has to then ascend and become a god. This is very entertaining.
Bitsy does not want to become a god.
No, and also it was funny because Evelyn and Boyfriend were just now fighting for hand-holding, and it was hilarious.
Evelyn was fighting for hand-holding.
Yes,
Boyfriend was being a bitch about it.
Yovaki said, maybe not. Maybe I don't do this right now, but it's fine.
My fingers are cold.
Mine are too. I'm actually going to uncasp my clasp. It's more like a weird, horrible button bullshit.
Buttonhole.
Buttonhole.
String.
It doesn't work half the time.
Yeah.
And I keep, like, pulling out the fuzz of my gloves.
Nice.
No, but DM-wise, this has honestly been pretty interesting, other than having to handhold a little bit, but that's not... I just need to not do that instead of, like, bitching about it. I need to be like...
Well, Bitsy has small hands, so it's fine.
Yes. Yes, you do, Bitsy. It's okay. What I am excited for is to talk about as a player. Hey, I realized and I counted it up. I think I almost died 7 times in my very first campaign that I ever played.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure as Beetle, I almost died every single time we had an encounter.
You didn't die when we were at the main kingdom.
No, but I was on death saves, I think, 5 times. And I was like... I was one bad roll, or one roll away from being dead.
Yes. That was
Like,
insane
I think
how often
3
you got that
times.
close.
Yeah,
Oh my
a majority of the time I was dying.
Yeah.
My first campaign, I think I set everybody at level 3, and my first campaign that I actually wrote and DM'd, I sent an owlbear after him. Mistake.
Oh my god.
Mistake.
Yup.
I fudged so many rules.
I don't think I fudged any rolls for you guys. I mean, hey, quick behind the curtain. I have absolutely...
We were about 20 minutes into that session, and they were all about to die, and so I fudged a couple of rolls.
That's where you go. Were any of them a cleric?
No. I don't
Any of
think
them
so.
a paladin?
I don't remember.
No holy beings?
I had 2 players.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't throw an owlbear at a 2-player party of 3.
I was new. I saw an owlbear in the monster guide, and I was like, that's the best monster I've ever heard of. I'm gonna put an owlbear in there. I should have made it an owlbear cub, but hindsight's 2020.
You didn't read the challenge rating, did you?
I didn't. No, I just saw owlbear, and I was like, that's amazing. That's like my 2 favorite animals.
See, I at one point had
I
some
wish
really good
owlbears
shit.
existed in real life.
I do too. They're so cute. You want to listen to a podcast that has the cutest moment with an owlbear? Listen to Ox Venturers.
No, not because they're cute.
Oh.
It's like bears. I love bears. But
Oh.
they'd fuck me up. I want to fight a bear so bad.
Did you listen to the latest episode of Distractable? Because there was a guy who used bear armor.
Yes, I did. I did listen to the latest, which was very exciting because I have a book that's called How to Fight a Bear and Win. Because since I was probably about like 14, I don't know where this came from, I've gotten in my head that like the way I want to die is fighting a grizzly bear.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
When I'm like, if I make it to like 85, I'm gonna just go off into the woods and try to find a bear so I can fight it. And then if I win, then like I'm the most badass 85-year-old ever.
Hello?
Do you guys want steak tacos?
Yes, but just in a second. We'll wrap this up.
Yeah. Well,
Do you want to wrap it? Or do you
we've
want to
only
pause
been recording for 45 minutes.
Let's just pause it.
Yeah. Okay.
Pause here. You're more adventurous than Jamie and I combined.
That's not true.
I'm more sturdy.
But he's done more shit. He's gone to the fucking Grand Canyon twice.
I hiked Devil's Tower by myself in 95-degree weather in bear territory and bear season.
Okay.
And we have come back from food. Welcome.
Welcome back, everyone. Don't remember where we were, but I can tell a couple stories before we go. Which one do you guys prefer? The almost 7 deaths of Letvia Traiana, my very first character, or we could talk about the best thing in D&D podcasts.
You get to talk about whatever you want. It's your episode.
It was not the response that I wanted. Yovaki, give me the response that I want.
He won't give you the response that
Please.
you want. Are you kidding? Have you met him?
Do you even know me?
I asked for his opinion so many times today on clothes. Nothing.
Oh, well, okay. We
went
will
through
start.
everything.
I guess I can go through Letvia's life pretty freaking fast. Very first session. Very first session.
Episode 1.
Yes, episode 1 of the session I joined in on. I intended to play a pacifist, not realizing what D&D was when I very first started. That's not how pacifism works. And I immediately stabbed a cultist with a spear. Yeah, so,
Nice.
yeah, that happened. Very first brushing with death, I believe, was with a naga, which was like a giant snake thing. Actually, let me pull it up. I have it on a record because I thought I remembered them all, but instead, I almost died to a hag. A hag. Yes, we thought that we heard a friend.
Stop. You're jingling. Stop.
We thought that we heard Gobbo the Goblin in trouble, so we went to go save him. A hag had us imprisoned, and we all almost died. To that, I almost drowned to an alligator after trying to talk to it.
I've been described as a hag several times in my life.
Did you almost kill me because you wanted to rip out my heart and use it in a ritual?
Not that I can remember.
Good. Also got attacked by a griffin after tried to talk to it. Was saved by a Goliath. Got crushed underneath a storm giant sword and almost died, only to immediately have the alligator incident happen. Oh, and then...
Fuck the gators.
Fuck the gators. And then we were saved by a tabaxi. Thanks. Oh, and then the last session, I almost died because I got paralyzed while hopping over giant lily pads on top of a lake, and a tentacle beast came out and paralyzed me. And that was literally where we left off that session.
I just want to clarify for everybody, Fuck the Gators is one of my favorite Florida man news stories ever. A Florida man was told not to go in the water because there's gators in the water, and he said fuck the gators, promptly jumped into the water and got eaten by alligators.
Good lord. Why are Florida people so weird?
I wanted a t-shirt that says fuck the gators so bad.
Make it.
I'm going to.
Good.
I think I got a blank shirt. Did I get a blank shirt today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you guys went shopping.
We went clothes thrifting.
Ooh.
I found okay.
Okay, a little thrift, real quick.
So I found a jacket. I almost didn't get it. I'm really glad I got it. It's red tartan. It's a red tartan blazer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's perfect. It's amazing. It's got a nice little collar and stuff. I'm gonna put all kinds of studs and chains and stuff into it.
Oh, that's gonna be cute.
Yeah, I was really excited because the only other tartan jacket that I have is it's cropped and it has cropped sleeves, so I can't wear it as like an actual jacket because it's only 3/4 sleeves.
That's sad.
Yeah,
That's not fun.
but it came in a set from the 80s, from a woman. Her name was Mary Wilson, I think. It was a WD. Mary Walker. Her name is embroidered on the pocket.
Aww.
But it was a skirt and a little jacket.
Aww.
It's the cutest thing.
Oh, MW. You made me think of MJ from all the Spider-Man bullshit that's happening right now.
Yeah, I still need to see the newer Spider-Man movies. I haven't seen them.
With
Tom Holland.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. As we talked about in the very first episode, not a big fan of Tom Holland personally. I prefer Andrew Garfield. Hunka.
I was showing. I made a boyfriend watch some TikToks with me, and one of them is from a thing that Andrew Garfield did where he's fighting off a vampire. I'll have to show it to you. It's amazing.
Vampire. I was gonna be like, are you sure it's not from Angels in America?
I don't know. It looked like an on-stage performance. thing.
He's done a couple. I didn't know.
I'll have to show it to you.
Oh my god, yes.
If I can figure out how to steal an audio and put it on here, I'm going to insert that audio in here now.
Please do.
Garlic! A mirror! Holy water! A crucifix! Fuck off! Get the fuck out of my room! Go!
And actually, speaking of stealing audio, I'm gonna steal some audio right now. Not really. No, you don't have to. But I'd like to shout out.
I would have to find it.
You would. Oh my god, I'd have to make you listen to my favorite D&D podcast, which would be great. Recently, so I am a big fan of Critical Role Season 3, Campaign 3. I'm in love with Robbie Damon. He plays Dorian Storm, and I've never been so in love with Dorian and or Orem from Exandria Unlimited, their summertime stuff. I fell in love with these characters, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna move them into the next season," and I'm like, oh, "Yay!" And this last episode, I was listening to at work, and I almost cried because I had a really emotional moment.
Oh! You were listening to Distractable, the one episode.
Yes.
You were talking about the most distracting ad you've ever heard.
Yep.
I know what you were talking about.
Yep.
Holy
shit!
Oh
it
my
was
God.
so bad.
It was so good though.
So I was like, I look at Evelyn from across our little space while working, and I'm like, I just got my little face scrunched.
The ad was from Manscaped, right?
Yep.
And instead of just coming up with different names for testicles, they were coming up with different noises.
Yeah, and it's really hard to pay attention. Well, then I laughed
I was
so
trying
hard.
so hard not to just...
Right? It's so difficult.
It would have been worse, too, because I'm there alone. I was there alone listening to it.
Oh, it's
next to me.
No, then you have to explain why you're laughing. And I mean,
Sorry, with bleep name.
With a coworker. I should tell you, I was listening to Dungeons and Daddies, another awesome D&D podcast, while I first started working as a picker at our warehouse. I walked around with my cheeks aflame as I was embarrassed by everything that came out of this damn podcast of like 4 men and 1 woman playing a man. And I couldn't stop laughing and smiling. So it was just a lot when I was at work. And then, other than Dungeons and Daddies, I've picked up Not Another D&D podcast. And I don't know what to say. I'm in love with a green teen. Like, it's a 15-year-old character named Beverly Togold V, and he's my favorite, and I love him. And at one point, he had a moment with his lover. You have to find this. You have to now find this
If
audio.
you send me like a YouTube clip of it, or like a YouTube,
I'd have to make the YouTube clip, but yeah, probably.
you don't have to make a YouTube clip. If you send me a timestamp.
Oh yeah, I can do that, and I know
Yeah.
the episode too because I went searching for the episode because I wanted it.
Future Evelyn cutting in here to explain why we don't have the audio. This episode was recorded several months ago and is only now just being edited, and Evelyn never sent me the YouTube link, and I need to get this episode edited and out because it has to be up tomorrow. So, yeah. Back to it.
He kisses his lover and everything starts to work and they like complete a ritual, and I was like, this is the most romantic shit I've ever found in my life. But then I also wanted him to turn evil at one point. I was like, yeah,
Evelyn
side
likes
with the devil.
romance.
I do. I love gay romance specifically.
Oh, you need to watch The Lost Pastor with me because that's like the exact kind of media that I want to make.
Ooh, okay. We need to watch Angels in America.
Boyfriend is laughing because we just watched The Lost Pastor last night.
Okay, that's for you. Have to know I can't write comedy. We're planning on writing.
No,
some
I
scripts.
will write it.
Okay, good. I'm like, I
will
can't write it. I'll direct it.
We can make whatever kind of content you want, but that is the content that I want to make.
That's fine. I want some mix in our content that we'll be posting. Are we going to be the Babbling Brook on YouTube too?
Yeah. Well, no, we'll be Evelyn Productions.
Hey guys. So
Because I already have that.
Hey guys, keep your eyes out.
We have an Instagram, Evelyn Productions.
We have anything on our Instagram?
No, there's nothing on it.
We will
There will
start.
be. Once I start posting these episodes, there will be. So at the point where you, audience, are listening to this, there will be posts on the Instagram.
Oh, absolutely.
Not very many, but there will be posts.
Wow. Maybe we'll mask up and sunglass up and we can take pictures whenever we record.
I don't have to mask up because my name's Evelyn online. My face is online.
Well, yeah, that works for you. I have to mask.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, you can't see this beautiful face.
It is a beautiful face.
Aw, thank you. I just got really self-conscious. Don't worry about it.
Why?
I have
Oh, you act
complex.
the same way that he does when I call him pretty.
Boyfriend has not said a word since we
No,
got back up
boyfriend
here.
is still here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good job, boyfriend. No,
Really good podcast.
yeah,
guest.
really good podcast. But honestly, those 3 podcasts that I just mentioned, Critical Role, also Exaggerate Unlimited, love that series. Did not like the ending, sorry. I don't like Opal.
My favorite's Adventure Zone.
Yeah, you are an Adventure Zone simp.
Simp?
Simp? Are you a simp?
Simp? For Amnesty, I'm definitely a simp.
Ay.
For the other ones, I just am a very big fan.
Oh, I forgot. There's one.
I don't simp over a lot of things.
I do. It's bad. But it's okay. Dimension 20 as well, because Escape from the Bloodkeep was the very first thing that got me into it, because it's a very, very small campaign. I think it's like 7 or 8 episodes. But it was Lord of the Rings from the bad guy's perspective.
Nice.
We have to listen to this.
Okay.
Or watch it, actually, because it's a live campaign play.
Okay.
So good. It's got Matthew Mercer in it.
Well, I can listen to stuff while I'm sewing.
You should.
I have a lot of projects to get through.
Yeah, I'll just send you all of the things that I want. All these things I've just mentioned,
Yeah.
I need you to
I
listen
can't
to.
promise how quickly I'll get through them, but I will at some point.
Well, that's good enough for me. And actually, that's good enough for me in general. If we'd like to close it out here, since we have D&D starting in... I don't know. I'm
In
hoping people...
15 minutes ago.
Oh, God damn it. It's fine. But for now, Evelyn, you want to close us out?
No, it closed out last time.
Oh, shit. I gotta close out?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, this has been The Babbling Brook with Evelyn, myself,
And Evelyn, myself,
as
and
well as
Hi.
boyfriend.
as well as boyfriend. We hope to hear you all next time. That's horrible. What was our outro?
It was bad.
Cool. We hope to hear you all next time. No, I'm cut that.
We hope you return for the next episode.
Yes, and we hope that you enjoyed our sleepover gossip content. Bye-bye.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
Remember to follow us on Instagram at Evelyn Productions. There will be a link in the description, or in show notes, or whatever you want to call them. You can also follow me on Instagram because I forgot to do that last time, which is Evelyn Fletcher, Eveline. And then Fletcher is spelled Fletcher.
Cool.
I'm also
Hey.
on YouTube, so.
Yeah, so go follow Evelyn. You will never be able to follow me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no social media.
No, but if you want, I can plug my Wattpad account, which is
Please do.
BlueSilver56. Go read my things, and I'm embarrassed already.
Why? No, shameless plug. Shameless fanfic.
Shameless. No, it's bad. It's good.
Some of this shit is terrible.
I will not be giving out my Wattpad
Boyfriend's
account.
in one of the books. His name is Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, enjoy my awful content, and we will see you guys next time.
Sure.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay.